what I would like to talk about today is communication. And what is the point of communication? What is communication?
They're all good questions, Lucia. Communication, as we've mentioned before, is a two-way exchange of information. And what we're looking for with all communication is to enhance the relationship or keep that relationship at the current level. So people who are good at communication are going to go much further in society, in life, than those who aren't. And when I'm talking about communication, I'm talking about verbal communication. We're on video here. That's another form of communication. Very important in communication is body language. We need to understand body language to know if someone is actually saying and thinking the same thing rather than saying something and not believing it. So the more we know about communication and how it works, the more powerful we are in society and the stronger our ability to influence other people, which is actually how you get on in society. We are controlled, managed, and influenced by people in power.
And do you think, what is the importance of power in a relationship then? I mean, is one person more powerful than the other?
Always, although it can alternate, of course. You know, one can be more powerful in one situation than in another. But generally, there, in any group of two or more, there will be someone who leads, and the person who leads will be stronger in their communications, maybe. They could be violent, and that would create a following and behavioral change in others around them. You know, if I hold a gun at your head and tell you to kneel down, it's very likely you would kneel down. If I just ask you to kneel down, why would you? You'd probably ask me what it was about. So if you have a violent situation, then the person who's exhibiting the violence would be the leader. If you have a powerful position in society, then you are more likely to be a leader in a one-to-one relationship if the other person doesn't have equal status. So there are many things that influence power and communication.
So do you think, and in what ways does communication manifest itself in a relationship then? Through violence, power?
Yes, I mean, knowledge, the more knowledge you have, the more power you have as well.
Okay.
The more money you have, the more power you have as well. You can buy things, you can buy people, in fact. You know, so you have more resources and a better ability to influence, stroke, communicate if you have money, a position in society, such as a lawyer, a judge, something like that. We've spoken briefly about violence. And you can include sex in influence as well. There are many young people who are sexually attractive to older people who have got money. So there's two powerful things going on there. There's the people with money who are powerful, and there's the people with the youthful sex, which they're using as a power. And often you find young women, young men tie up with rich men.
Oh, so you're saying it's not just about communication as we perceive it, but it's the other elements that are a way of communicating, like sex and power and violence, as you've mentioned. They're all part of the communication.
They are. They will, communication, we've got the overview of it. It's a two-way exchange of information, whether that's online, verbal, through a computer, through a letter. Sure, that's what communication is. But the power within communication comes from your position, your knowledge, how much money you've got, the sexual behavior, all of these things influence how you communicate and the success you will achieve at the end of it.
Thank you, Carol.